Welcome back, Caistrology family, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Cailin, and on my channel I post monthly horoscope videos, monthly tarot pick-a-card predictions, and content related to spirituality and occult knowledge. So if this is the kind of content that you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. As for this month, for November 2020, it is wild, guys. We've got 3 planets that are finally turning direct. We've got Jupiter and Pluto forming their 3rd and final conjunction in the sign of Capricorn. And we've also got a full moon eclipse at the end of the month. So guys, if you're only going to watch one video today, please watch for your ascendant sign, and you can certainly watch for your sun and moon signs as well. But without further ado, let's just dive straight in. Hi Aries, Sun, Moon and Risings. Welcome to your November 2020 horoscope. The month starts off with Mercury finally being direct in your 7th house, which is in the sign of Libra. You might have been experiencing miscommunications and simple misunderstandings with your life partner, your spouse, your business partner, or even your one-on-one relationships, friendships and clients as well. For some of you, you may have been making changes to any contracts that you have. Again, this could be with a business partner or with your clients. The 7th house rules over contracts, and whenever Mercury is retrograde there, you can either break contracts, make amendments, or basically revise any kind of partnerships that you have, whether that's on paper, or even some of you might have gone through a breakup during the last period, the last 2 or 3 weeks. Mercury retrograde won't do that for everyone, but it definitely has a tendency to dredge up old issues from the past and bring them out to be discussed in all of your partnerships and relationships. Now, on the 10th of November, we have Mercury entering the sign of Scorpio, which is in your 8th house. For the first week and a half or 2 weeks of the retrograde period, we had Mercury retrograde in Scorpio before it went into retrograde into Libra. So in your 8th house, this could have posed issues with taxes, inheritance, inheritances, mutual resources with you and your life partner, or any money that you earn from other people, as in if you have your own business and you have services that you offer, your earnings from those services with your clients, those could have been negatively affected over the last sort of 3 weeks between, well, I'll say the whole month of October through to early November. On another level, intimacy issues that you have in your relationship could have been brought up and been discussed between you and your partner. And for some of you, you might have discovered some kind of secret that your partner has been withholding from you, or vice versa. If you had something that you were doing that was shady, or even something that you just wanted to keep private, certainly this could have been a period where whatever was going on gets exposed, and again it gets brought into the light. The good news is that now that Mercury is moving direct, so it's moving forward, these issues will have been straightened out. Again, for some of you this may have resulted in a breakup, but for those of you whom that didn't happen to, you will be stronger than ever. If your mutual finances were affected, if for some reason your partner had to take a pay cut at work, you're going to go back to what you were, if not better. And on a larger scale, you guys will be stronger in your relationships. Now, on the 12th of November, Jupiter and Pluto will make their 3rd and final conjunction in the sign of Capricorn, which is in your 10th house, Aries. The first conjunction was on the 4th of April. The second conjunction was on the 30th of June. And again, the 12th of November, that'll be the last one. What that signifies is that from early April, you experience some kind of crisis pertaining to your career, your reputation, or even positions of leadership. Whether that was a crisis which led you to realize that you want to change departments, you want to take on more responsibility. You might have wanted to let go of responsibility. Many of you might have decided to retire this year and you only came to this conclusion sometime between April and November. But others of you, you might be leaving the organization or the industry that you're in to pursue owning your own business and working for yourself. However it happens for each individual Aries, your 10th house has been hugely affected. Your career has been hugely affected in the direction that you want to take it in. And for those of you who are in a public figure role, for those of you who are very visible to the public, whether you're in politics or if you're in a top level, top management position, your reputation would have had some kind of huge, would have undergone some kind of huge change, whether you are receiving more acknowledgement for your efforts, whether you're promoted even higher, whatever it is, Aries, November 12 and onwards, you will receive the rewards for your efforts, whether you're retiring, whether you got that promotion, whether you're working for yourself now, maybe you're in an executive position. Congratulations, Aries. You guys are moving onwards and upwards. It might not necessarily happen to the date. It might not be exactly the 12th of November, but you'll certainly feel as though you have made leaps and bounds in your professional career, even if there was no actual change of title, position, or company. On another note, on the 15th of November, we have a new moon in Scorpio at 23 degrees, which is in a wide conjunction with Mercury at 5 degrees, and it's in opposition with Uranus, a wide opposition with Uranus at 8 degrees. So new moons bring new beginnings in some way, shape, or form, and the form that that new beginning will take depends on the house that it's in. Now, once again, this is in your 8th house, Aries. So your mutual resources can improve. Your partner may receive a pay rise, or perhaps if you own your own business, your earnings from this business and from your clients skyrockets, or at least it will dramatically improve or significantly improve. For some of you, you may have a sudden interest in the occult, in tarot, in astrology, in, I don't know, dream interpretation, meditation. It could be anything to do with the occult or spirituality. For others of you, this will be some kind of deep psychological breakthrough. Maybe you had a fear or traumatic experience that happened to you, and you have been working with a psychologist, or even if you've done your own deep introspective work by yourself. You don't have to have been seeing anyone in these fields. You can have a psychological breakthrough. And for others of you, because not all of these things will happen to you, Aries, it really depends on the rest of your chart. Some of you may receive an inheritance. Others of you may have a huge improvement in your sex life. It really could be anything, Aries. Again, it just depends on your individual birth chart. If you are wanting a birth chart reading, that is a service that I offer. I do 30-minute readings and 60-minute readings. I'll leave a link in the description for you. But moving along, on the 20th of November, we have Venus entering the sign of Scorpio. Wherever Venus goes, we can enjoy the matters of that house. So you can enjoy deeper intimacy with your partner, an improved sex life, an improvement in your mutual resources. And, you know, in any case, you might simply be receiving some kind of dividend from any assets that you own, or you could just be enjoying delving into astrology or tarot or anything that's of a more taboo nature. Also on the 29th of November, the sun will be leaving the sign of Scorpio and entering the sign of Sagittarius, aka Sagittarius season. So in your 9th house, there will be a focus on one or more of the following: your higher education, becoming more qualified, taking on a new course of study, and that could be honors, masters, PhD. It'll be like a very intense course. It's not like something that you can do online for 6 weeks. It'll be something which requires a lot of your research and study and attention. For others of you, you could be focusing on your spiritual or religious beliefs, or maybe you're an atheist and you are reevaluating what your belief systems are, what your worldviews are. You could be changing from, being an atheist to suddenly being religious, by, being religious to suddenly being an atheist, or any combination of those things. It doesn't have to be a big deal for you, Aries. It's only going to be hugely affecting you if you have personal planets in Sagittarius. Otherwise, you could simply enjoy making some travel plans, as the 9th house also rules travel. Now, on the 29th of November, we have Neptune finally being direct again in the sign of Pisces. Neptune is retrograde for 5 months of every year, approximately 5 months. So it's not an energy that you are unaccustomed to, but the fact that it's in your 12th house means that you can enjoy better sleep if that's been something that you've been struggling with lately. And by lately, I mean the past 5 months. Now, Aries, on the 30th of November, there will be a full moon eclipse in your 3rd house in the sign of Gemini, and it will be at 8 degrees Gemini, and it will be in a wide conjunction with the North Node at 19 degrees. Full moon eclipses always bring about events that are fated in some way, shape, or form. And in the 3rd house, this could pertain to the completion of a creative work related to writing. It could have been a podcast. It might be an online business which is ready to be launched. It could actually be your own business or something that you're working on with someone else. It could be that you land a huge client that you've been working on for a while. This eclipse will bring about events that have been in motion or been in production, either in the background or something that you've been consciously working on, and it will occur by May. Okay, anytime between end of November until May, that is when you will see this event take place. Now, for others of you, it could just be that you have a breakthrough in your relationship with your younger siblings or your immediate younger sibling. It could be with a cousin or an extended relative. Now, last but not least, on the 14th of November, your ruling planet Mars finally goes direct. This is your chart ruler, Aries. So Mars has been retrograde since the 9th of September. So for the last 2 months, you've been doing so much work on your physical self, on your physique, your appearance. If it's not that, it could be on how you feel about yourself, developing more self-confidence, your direction in life. You could have been working really hard on your career. You could have actually changed direction in your career, in your path in life, and really been reevaluating where you want to go, what responsibilities you want to take on, what areas of leadership you can aspire to be promoted to. And you probably have been quite frustrated or challenged over the last 2 months. Now, as an Aries sun, moon, or rising, yes, you guys love challenges, of course, but when your ruling planet is transiting your 1st house and it's retrograde, we can experience a lack of vitality, a lack of energy. It could be a huge lack of motivation and personal drive, and you might have felt as though there's just been obstacle after obstacle after obstacle in your way, in your path, which has been blocking you from actually taking direct action and being able to proceed with all of your plans. Mars is a very strategic planet, and it's an antagonistic and sometimes aggressive planet. So you may have felt over the last 2 months as though either you have felt very agitated and you've had a very quick temper, yes, quicker than normal, or maybe you've experienced that people have had a really short temper with you and it's been really, strange that all these people have just been picking arguments with you, picking fights with you, or you've just been butting heads with many people that are in your life and that you encounter in day-to-day life. But now that Mars is direct, you will have more energy than ever. Mars is closer to Earth than it has been in 40 years, Aries. And now that you've done this personal work, you've worked on yourself, your mental strength, your physical, your physique, you've been working out, you've been putting in all the hard yards, all the effort that has been necessary for you to level up and become the 2.0 version of you. And well done. You guys have gotten there. So many Aries at this time will have made huge leaps and bounds and completely transformed their lives. Physically, emotionally, mentally, or in a career capacity, you've undergone an enormous change. I can't reiterate that enough. And you guys deserve a pat on the back because you are going to feel like you just have a new lease on life. From middle of November, it's your time to shine. Mars will still be in Aries until the first week of January. So anything which has required your effort or your attention or an enormous amount of hard work and motivation, you can get things done. Use the next, the next 6 weeks or 7 weeks to celebrate your efforts, Aries. And if you've been waiting for promotion, if you've been waiting to start your own career or launch your own business, or leave your job or ask someone out, start a new relationship, now's the time for new beginnings. It's your time to shine, Aries. And on that note, that's all I have for you this month. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to Caistrology, and I will see you guys next time.